Oh, okay. I've just found something. I was speaking of something I didn't know. I found this Leviticus chapter 11, a whole chapter 11. It's about 30 part to it. But anyway, it's for permitted and forbidden foods. There's a dietary law for us to follow in Leviticus chapter 11. It's uh, a relatively short a short chapter, and it tells us what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat, which I didn't know it was any any scripture that dealt directly with um, our dietary laws. And it's Leviticus chapter 11, and it tells us in chapter 11 which foods are permitted and which are forbidden. Uh, it says Leviticus chapter 11, verse 3, among the animals, whatever divides the hoof, having chosen, having cloven hooves and chewing the cud, you may eat. Chapter Verse 4 says, nevertheless, these you shall not eat among those that chew the cud of those that have cloven hooves, the camel, because it chews the cud but does not have cloven hooves, is unclean to you. The rock hyrax, because it chooses it chews the cud but does not have cloven hooves. It is unclean to you. So my take on that is anything that does not have cloven hooves is unclean for us to eat. And their flesh you shall not eat. It's really, I never knew all of this existed because I had studied the Catholic Bible. I had studied from the Catholic Bible, and I was never told any of this. I really don't know much about it because I'm just learning it because I want to change my way of eating. Now, I knew from the Jewish, the Hebrew point of view that you're not supposed to eat pork, but I never understood why we're not supposed to eat it. But I just found out today, well, yesterday, that you're not supposed, there's animals that you're supposed to eat and you're not supposed to eat. And there, it in the unclean animals, it says if you touch the carcass of any, I'm not really understanding this, but anyway, it's saying that if you touch you if a I'm not explaining this good. I'm not good at this. It's talking about, okay, Leviticus verse 24 says, by these you shall become unclean. Whoever touches the carcass of any of them shall be unclean until evening. Whoever carries part of the carcass of any of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. The carcass of any animal which divides the foot but is not a cloven hooved or does not chew the cud is unclean to you. Everyone who touches it shall be unclean. So there is dietary laws that are in the Bible that most of us don't follow. or maybe most of us don't even know about, because I sure didn't know about it, uh, about about it, you know, and that's good to know. Good, it's good for us to know. I I've been trying to figure out a healthier diet plan, and if we read it, I'm just learning up on this. I'm finding a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know, you know, because like I said, I followed the Catholic Bible. I was a practicing Catholic, and I don't remember being told about you know about the foods we should or shouldn't be eating. I I might have been taught. I won't say I wasn't taught it, but good morning, Faith D. How are you? Yes, no bottom feeders. Um, I like I said, I'm really not into it. Um, because I'm just like getting into the Bible. Because like I was saying, the um the Catholic Bible, was I was a practicing Catholic. I came from a Catholic. I come from a Catholic, conservative Roman Catholic, um, Southern Baptist home. Excuse me. And so I didn't you know I I didn't really get into the you know the King James version of the Bible, because I went to Catholic school and I got the religion. We got the catechism in the morning, and you know we got we got taught it, and I knew about the Baptist religion because my family, they raised me. It's hard for me to explain. Uh, Being in the Catholic Church and being in two churches, and I was a participant in both of the churches. I came from a Christian home, and I, you know, I didn't remember much. And when you're a kid, excuse me, and when you're a kid, you really don't remember too much about any religion, to be honest about it. But I'm looking for and you said no bottom feeders, but I thought the bottom, like I eat lobster, and I was told that they're bottom feeders. So I'm kind of confused here. It's saying cloven hoofs, so it's all right to eat. I guess it's all right to eat chicken, beef, and whatever. Now, I don't see anywhere where it says, I haven't gotten into it, but I'm going to get into it more. But I haven't seen anywhere where um, it says about not eating pork. Is that just for people who practice Hebrew, who are of the Jewish faith? I'm not sure. So I got to study more. I'm gonna really get into it. I have to get ready to make a move. I'm moving, so I haven't really been get studying like I should. But I'm gonna start really getting into it, because I'm finding more and more stuff that I didn't know was into the Bible. Yeah, I'm gonna get into it more. I really want to get into it, because I just found out today that what Leviticus chapter 11 is about. I read it, but I'm gonna study into it more. So, do you follow the faith? Do you follow the dietary? Do you follow the the biblical dietary plan, or or I think most people are. I think just we just basically eat whatever. I guess. Well, we eat what we were brought up on. Oh, you do follow it. Um, so you don't. Excuse me. So you won't eat any what you so of the bottom feeders. Anything in the that is considered a bottom feeder. Is that how it works? Because I eat pork. I like I like it. I like it, but I'm trying to get away from it. I'm really trying. Oh, you've never eaten pork? Wow. Or did you or did you start that you after you knew better, or did your family bring you up on that? Now I know people who have. I know a young man who has oh, you started that at the age of 25, because now I know a young man who has never eaten pork. He is 50 he's 58 years old, and he's never eaten pork from the day he was born. I know for a fact he has never eaten pork. He will never eat pork, but that was because his father wow, that's that's good. That's good. You know, I was talking to my sister, and I was telling her that and I was telling a few other people, we you know, when I was growing up, we never ate out, and we didn't eat pork at our house. I like it. Oh, that's good. Well, I'm at my age. I'm 69, and I thank God too. I have no major health problems, and this is what I would like to do. I would like to keep my health relatively good, and I'm hearing things about red meat and cancer and stomach issues. I never had stomach issues until I started eating out and eating a lot of foods that I never ate before, you know, because I grew up, my grandmother lived with us, and she cooked 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. So we didn't go out. So when you get to, there's a certain point in life, if we, you know, if we want to live stronger and everything, we need to watch our watch our eating habits and things like that. But most of us as black people, we have eaten pork. Most of us, especially if we're of an older age, because this is what our families did. So we have it. You know what? I want to fast, but I don't really know how. Um, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I don't know if I should just go 24 hours or start maybe 4 hours, fast 4 hours on, 4 hours off. I don't know. How do you do it? How do you fast? I would love to fast. and I think I could I eat a lot of sugar, like sugar sweet things, and sodas. Like I stopped drinking sodas for you say start slow for the fast. When you say start slow, what do you mean? Like how do you mean I should do it? And what should I replace it? Should I only drink water, or see? I don't even have a clue how to start the fast. So you know. I really don't. And that's something I would want to do. Like 1 hour, you 1 hour, 2 hours. So you're saying fast for 1 or 2 hours, and then do I stay off 1 or 2 hours and go back, or do I do 1 and 2 hours every day? I would love to know how to fast because I really don't know how to do it. See, when I was growing up, I never fast, but there were certain days when my grandmother didn't give meat. We didn't have meat. We literally did not have meat. You have a channel. What is your channel? Put it in the chat so I can remember it and I can subscribe to you because I really want to know how to do it. Thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for over a year. I've been really thinking about it. I really want to. I really want to get into the fasting part. What is your channel? You gotta let me know what your channel is. Is it Faith DS? Because I'll subscribe to you if you know. Do you know when you'll be doing it on your channel? I think it'll be beneficial. It would be beneficial for me to do it on the chat. Hit the icon. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgive me. I'm so slow with this stuff. I don't. Sometimes I don't think in there. Yeah. Um, Fasting, it cleanses your body out. Yeah. Fasting, I think it cleanses your body out. Now I've been drinking a lot of water because I want to flush the sugar out of my body because I've been eating you know, I love soda. I love soda. I'm addicted to soda, and I'm addicted to it to a point. It's like soda for me is like drinking. It's like a person drinking a beer. I do well with it. I leave it alone for a while, and then I take one little sip of it, and yeah, it's not good. And one little sip of soda, and it's like for me, it's like I'm a person an alcoholic who takes one drink and can't stop. I binge on sodas. I love soda. My bad habits are I don't drink alcohol. I like beer, but I don't drink it. I drink it occasionally if I go out. You know, I'll have a beer, but it's no big deal. But my addictions are to salt and soda and food. I like to eat. That's my addiction. But the salt and soda, I go overboard with it. And no, it's not good. You know, growing up, I never ate out. I always had home cooked food. My weight was good. After my grandmother died, my mother died, and I started cooking all the things I couldn't have. I decided that's what I wanted to eat. And it has caught up with me. And now I want to leave it alone. It's like I'm addicted. Now I want to cook some oxtails. And I've been hearing so much, so much negative stuff about red meat, about beef, how it takes long to digest, how, you know, all this other thing, how it's too greasy and that's another thing. I like greasy food. But yeah, I I'm addicted to those things, and I'm trying to get out, trying to get over it. Yeah, yeah, my grand, that's true. That's true. Too much of anything is bad. It's the sin of gluttony. My grandmother used to speak on that all the time with us for overeating and stuff. But the salt thing, but I have the two most, to me, I think the two most deadly things, especially in our community, the high blood pressure for high blood pressure due to the salt intake of the body, and just eating in general. Our eating habits are poor. As a matter of fact, most black people are on the our soul food diet is the agricultural diet because um, there was a time like the collard greens and all of the yeah, with all of the diabetes, the blood pressure, the just the obesity and everything, because when you all that soul food, it's good, but that heavy, it's heavy, and that was a, an agricultural diet, and by agricultural I mean that it was people work, they did heavy work. Black people did heavy menial work, like force that you needed strength, so therefore you would eat the heavy food, the macaroni and cheese, and all the stuff I'm naming now. I like it, and diabetes runs in my family. I don't want to get it because I'm definitely afraid of needles, and I don't know how I would be able to cope with it because I couldn't give myself a needle. I really couldn't. So therefore, I need to slow it down and get it right. I know how to eat right, but I chose not to eat right, and it's hard. It's really hard. So yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, anything is too much of there. I cook. I made a cake. I made spaghetti. And see, this is the thing, and ice cream and peach cobbler, and all those things sound so good, but they're so bad for us. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah. And I gained a lot of weight, but I basically keep my weight under control. I've I have been over 300 pounds. I've been like three three up to 320, but I'm down to the 280s. I haven't weighed myself in a while because I don't weigh myself because it discourages me. It discourages me when I hit that point. There's a point when you lose weight and you get down, and then you got to work real hard to get some more weight off. You know, I would say, what do you think, Faith? What do you think about the stomach surgery for the weight loss surgery? What do you think? What's your take on weight loss surgery? You know, do you like it? Would you do it? I don't know. I I I, I well, you're 5 feet too. Well, actually, I'm taller than you because I'm 5'7", 5'8". No, I'm actually I'm 5'8", and I was weighing 320. I'm down to the last time I weighed, I was down to like 281 or 280. So I haven't weighed myself, And actually, I haven't been really, to be honest, I haven't been. You would do it. Um, you would you have the surgery? I'm not too fond on surgery. I can lose weight, but I get depressed sometimes. And when I get depressed, when things don't go right, no, oh, you would never do surgery for weight loss. Yeah, I'm of the same opinion. I agree with you on that because I think about it, but my doctor, he's an oncologist also. They he's cancer doctor too. And when the first surgery that came out, when they take half of your stomach, they take half of your stomach out and replace it it's not the lap brand, the gastric bypass. When it first came out, I had mentioned I was thinking about it, and he told me that he was in a study, and the study he was studying the effects that this surgery was going to have on people who had it because he said your stomach is smaller, but your body still produces the body acid for a stomach that is large at its regular size. And he said they don't tell you that there are a lot of what's the word I want when things don't go right. There's a lot of I can't think of the word, but I think you know what I'm saying. And how the surgery isn't always successful for people. And then I saw on Oprah once a woman who lost all this weight, but she didn't have the money to go. You have to go and you have to get, you really have to get the cosmetic surgery to take all this excess weight loose. And she thought her problems were going to be solved when she lost the weight. Yeah, I heard that too. That they gained the weight back. As a matter of fact, a girl I used to work with, she was a big girl, but she was very pretty. I thought she was pretty. She was big, but she had the button eyes, and she was neat, she and very flexible how she moved. She wasn't a sloppy girl, very neat girl, very pretty girl. And I haven't seen her lately, but people who have seen her, they told me she's putting all that weight back on. She's picking up the weight. But I also know I know from one who had it, and they got pregnant, and they had to have an abortion. They couldn't hold the baby. They didn't have enough stomach to hold the baby. Something about the stomach. Whoever did her surgery, they cut too much of her stomach away. It was a mess. So my doctor, he doesn't encourage it. He said because nobody knows the typical outcome of it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not really big. I'm hippie. I'm like really hippie, hippie. I'm endowed, you know. So I I don't have to buy anything. And everything about, with the hips and the the derriere and stuff, it's all, it's all natural. So when things are natural, you just have to work with what you're given, you know. My sister advised me not to have it. When I consider it, but ah, nah, I don't really want to. I don't really want to have. I don't really want to. I don't really want to have the surgery. I just want to be able to. I just want to get back on track with eating right and focused on once I lose the weight, even if I lose 10 pounds, to stay on track when it even when it seems like I'm not I'm not progressing along because and I lose faith real quick. How did your aunt gain all her weight back, or did she just gain some of it? Because I definitely, and that's another thing, and that gastric bypass, I know people who've had it, and they've said that they throw up. And I'm like, and every, as a matter of fact, everybody I know that has had it tells me they throw up. And I'm like, Lord, they paid people all this money to make them throw up. I'm going to sleep too. And I'm going to be checking in on you. And you have a good morning and a good evening and a blessed day today. I was going to tell you I'm going to go. We'll talk some more because I see you in a couple of the chats that I'm in. So I will see you. You have a good night, and I am going to end this because I actually talked longer than I meant to. You know, or we'll be. I'm sure we'll be chatting again. I'm going to be doing more stuff once I read up on the stuff. I just found out how to do this YouTube. Good night, honey. Good night. Have a night. Good night. Bye bye. I'm going to end this stream. This was enjoyable. I didn't expect anyone to come in, but they did, and I'm glad. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to hit this icon right now. I don't know why I can't come out. Maybe I need good night.